Randa Felicidad is located in Macau Central District. It is the most well-preserved group of brothels building in China, with a history of over 150 years. This area is also one of the birthplaces of Macau gambling industry. The area of Randa Felicidad was formerly part of the wetlands of Huang Bay, which was used to be known as Fang. The majority of the area belonged to the Jichengtang company during the Daoguang period of Qing dynasty. The most important business in Fang was a tea shop run by Dutch Jew named Pilila. After the Opium War, Hong Kong was opened up as a commercial part, and the foreign companies from Macau moved to Hong Kong. Thus, Pilila's tea shop was closed down the business. In 1860, Wang Lu, a wealthy merchant from Fujian, Wang Lu and his son Wang Di bought the site of former Pilila tea shop. In 1863, the Macau Portuguese government began to reclaim land. The governor of Macau, Sousa, awarded the reclamation construction to a company run by Wang Lu and his son. More than 160 shops of all sizes were built. Unfortunately, despite the project is massive, after its completion, a large number of shops had to tenants to take up the lease and shareholders withdraw their capital. The revitalization of the Randa Felicidad area could not have been achieved without one person, the governor of Macau, Sousa. Under the invitation of Sousa, Wang Lu and his son started building Qingping Theatre in October 1870, spending 2 years to complete the basic structure of Qingping Theatre. The Qingping Theatre was completed in Macau. The area of Randa Felicidad became the entertainment center in Macau. Opium dance, brothels, and gambling operators also competed for the opportunity to move into this area because which were profitable. The most exclusive brothels in Macau could only be found in Randa Felicidad, which in its heyday had more than 60 brothels. The street is about 100 meters long and less than 4 meters wide, running from southwest to north. The street is lined with a cluster of 2 floors high traditional Chinese buildings from the late Qing dynasty. With black tiles and off-white walls, the dark green doors and windows with red awnings are particularly conspicuous. Randa Felicidad is divided into 2 sections. The upper section is for brothels, while the lower section has hotels, restaurants, pubs, gambling houses, tea and conversation room, opium dance. It was typical red light district for prostituting, gambling, drinking, and opium smoking.
冇啦，呢度街唔係賭場嚟嘅，呢度街以前係，如果以我所知啊，我都未出世啊，以前呢個上街都係記仔嚟嘅，啲記仔嗰啲紅燈區嚟嘅，呢度上嘅街都係，咁啊後期逐漸咪就即係禁啦，娼妓禁啦，咁咪逐漸變咗住宅啊、民居啊，甚至乎啊，以前呢條街好多都係。 嗰啲住家多不，逐漸而家形成一個攞嚟做生意一個地下，以前好住家嚟嘅啫。
After the Sino-Japanese War, Macau was spared the destruction of the war. The Macau Full Circles Relief Association was formed by the academic, music, sports, and theater circles, not to be left behind. The 3 biggest brothel streets also organized themselves into the Brothels Relief Association to raise funds for supporting the national salvation movement. They made cash donations, jewelry donations, and charity singing to raise funds. 1932, when prostitution was banned in Hong Kong. In addition, the Sino-Japanese War broke out in fall. Macau was not invaded by the Japanese because of its neutral status. As a result, many people fled to Macau with large sums of money to escape the war. It appeared abnormal, prosperous thing at Randa Felicidad. In 1946, Macau began to ban opium smoking. In 1948, prostitution was banned in Macau, and the former bustling scene of Randa Felicidad gradually disappeared. On December 20, 1999, the People's Republic of China resumed the exercise of sovereignty over Macau due to the end of the gambling monopoly and the opening up of the gambling concessions. Tourism flourished. The history district of Randa Felicidad was once again a thriving and lively place, becoming a well-known street for food and handicrafts. At present, the historic district of Randa Felicidad has been transformed into a tourist commercial area.
而家呢度要同街有內表色啊嘛，即係成條街都建築有特色啊嘛，咁做翻啲傳統嘅，做翻啲傳統嘅特色。
With the traditional local characteristics of Macau, many restaurants, wine shops, snack shops, sweet shops, and handcraft shops have opened along the street of Randa Felicidad, attracting many visitors to the area. In 1996, Instituto Cultural de Macau spent Macau Patacas 6 million on the maintenance of Randa Felicidad. In 2021, the government repaired the red doors and the windows of their original green color. Randa Felicidad is now being transformed into the old shop street of the Chinese and Western cultural village. This plan is still underway.
Macau's modern gambling industry emerged in 1962 and the milestone was the opening of the casino Estoril. A monopoly system was introduced when the monopoly concessionaire was registered as the Sociedad de Turismo y Diversiones de Macao (STDM). The founder was Stanley Hall, Huang, and Henrik Fogg. The property is located at Avenida de Sidonio Pius on the former site of the government-owned nightclub. It had a wide range of business, including accommodation, casino, restaurant, conference halls, nightclubs, baths, children's park, and so on. As part of the Hotel Estoril, the Casino Estoril opened in 1962. The initial set were 4 tables, including 2 6-ball, a fountain, and a roulette. They mixed both the Chinese and Western gambling, and later, the baccarat, blackjack, and slot machines were added. These new games attracted countless guests. As the site of the casino was temporarily borrowed from the government, it closed in 1975. Then, the main business of the hotel was accommodation. When the hotel opened, it had about 37 rooms. A year later, the number of the rooms had already increased to 89. It was quite welcomed by tourists and people who would like to stay here to enjoy all the entertainment program. Regarding the diners, this was an advertisement to show the price of the diners. The price ranged from 6.5 patakas to 8 patakas, and the price of dinners was higher. During the dinner, a minute orchestra concert would be held. In addition, the hotel often hosts banquets, wedding ceremonies, and so on, offering excellent experience. Then, it also had a children's park, nightclubs, and so on. The hotel was an efficient and eclectic business model. Their entertainment is further popularized in a limited space, providing different forms of entertainment for the people of different ages or different classes.
They try to organize all the kind of activities, creating some good environment for the people who don't feel that they don't have nothing to do. So they created this kind of different kind of environments, for the people feels all the time from the beginning to the day until the end of the day, always occupied with something to do, and the idea is because they don't want, and this is a critic I have to do, is that they try to create an environment to the client not leave the hotel. Means that you can do everything in the hotel. So like that, you spend money in the hotel. You don't need to go out to visit, for example, the city of Macau, because in our hotel, you can do everything. So this is creating a kind of net for keeping the clients inside of the hotel, using all the facilities that they have for the clients, So if you don't want to gamble, you can dinner. If you don't want to have dinner, you can go to relax with some activities on the pool, or you can go to the gym, or you can make some massages. You can do everything and occupy the time, always spending money inside of the hotel. This is the creation of the fantasy.
The Hotel Estoril closed in 1993 after about 30 years of operation. Overall, since the establishment of Hotel Estoril, the management and operation of Macau's gaming industry have been improved and gradually become diversified.
In the year 1984, the local Macau company Future Bright Group was established. Originally, the main industry of Future Bright were restaurants with a traditional Chinese cuisine. In the 90s, Future Bright began to expand their territory, which includes multicultural cuisine, souvenirs, food trading, as well as recreational and entertainment industry. Future Bright Amusement Park was founded at Parc Louis de Carmos, Macau in this era. Packed with an ice skating rink, a bowling alley, and a children's world, Future Bright Amusement Park is a multifunctional entertainment center. Future Bright Ice Wing is the first and the only real ice rink in Macau, and Future Bright Bowling is one of the 2 bowling alleys available. Moreover, Children's World is one of the few remaining amusement centers that still uses token coin operated machines. The arcade video games inside have been popular amongst youngsters. The McDonald's located inside the park also provide visitors with an affordable and convenient place to rest. Since its founding, apart from the occasionally changing electronic amusements and arcade machines in Children's World, there have not been much renovation or renewal. This is perhaps why Future Bright Amusement Park is also considered the indoor park which attracts elders the most. Apart from major theme parks like the Disneyland, Future Bright is relatively small in scale. Its adaptation in modern architectural style makes its design simple. This amusement park with only 40,000 square foot in estimate is not considered a tourism attraction, but instead it provides a place for residents in Praca-Luis de Carmos, a place to have fun during their leisure after a hectic day of school and work. Its ice skating rink and bowling alley provide schools for teaching youngsters, and their ice ballet and hockey team has achieved championships during 2009 to 2019 in Asia tournaments. As we can see, this connection with the local residents is absent in theme parks of larger scale. With more than 30 years of history, Future Bright Amusement Park alongside with amusement parks in the 90s like the Panda Land, The Wonderful World of Whimsy and Jumping Jim USA have been the collective memories of a generation. However, as this amusement park faces financial difficulties and newer competitors, most of them were already shut down in business, leaving Future Bright as the current amusement park with the longest history in Macau. Nowadays, a number of entrances of the park were closed, with its one shining neon sign disassembled. However, the joy and amusement Future Bright offers to people in Macau all these years will always be the fantasy of Shangri-La hidden amongst the hardship of reality.